all right. You guys, you're up for a treat. All right, everybody, welcome. I'm glad to have you guys. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about how I made $1,200 to $2,000 a day flipping pallets with no more than 2 hours of work and 2 hours of work a day and zero labor. Let's get started, y'all. Okay, here's what we'll be looking to accomplish together in this training today. How I make $1,000 to $2,000 a day, tapping into the most lucrative business model I have ever seen. How to make sales every single day like clockwork by providing a valuable service that businesses absolutely need. And how to keep the business as simple and as profitable as possible, making as much money as possible with as little time and effort as possible. So pretty much making as much money flipping pallets, profiting, and with the least amount of work. We're also going to go over how this business makes money in any economy, a bad economy, a good economy, and how this business is actually recession-proof and in today's times, pandemic-proof. I have even increased my sales by 25% during this, global pandemic, COVID. My sales have gone up 2020 prior to that 25%. And how this business not only gives me the financial freedom I've been searching for my whole life, but also most importantly, gives me time freedom to enjoy the money that I've made. Because what's the point of making all this money if you are working all the time and you can't enjoy it? So here's how this whole thing came about. Here's where I started. I always wanted to be in business my whole life. Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a businessman. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. For the past 6 years, I went all into the entrepreneur journey and tried even to make money, or I tried to make money from any, make money at home, make money from home, make money on your laptop business you can think of. And for some reason, I couldn't make any of them work for myself. I was making little success here and there, but nothing long term and nothing that would give me the true financial and time freedom I was looking for. I was tired of feeling fed up and struggling while I watched others succeed. And I had no clue how everybody made it seem so easy because I was struggling hard. I was jumping from idea to idea, chasing shiny object syndrome and feeling overwhelmed when I tried to follow through. I also felt bummed out of working these crazy long hours and consistently feeling stressed out with my finances, and I felt like I had no escape. I felt that I was living someone else's script, someone else's life, and trading my precious time for money, or at least not enough money. And a lot of the latest online marketing methods, the methods and the technology intimidated me, like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, funnels, or anything else like in the internet. It was super confusing to me. I felt like I was falling behind and, on the trend, and nothing I was doing I was implementing successfully. So here's when things starting to look good. So I have a family friend who owns a cotton manufacturing business. And I saw that he had hundreds of pallets that he was actually breaking them down and throwing them away. In my mind, I knew that these pallets could sell. I knew that they could sell. So, I asked them if, instead of breaking those pallets, if I can just have them, if I can pick them up and haul them off for them. So he doesn't have to waste money on the dumpsters or waste time on breaking them down. So what I did, he said yes. So what I did, I went down to the industrial area of my city. And I went up and down and asked everybody if they wanted some pallets. I was searching for a buyer, someone who's buy the pallets that I got for free. And within an hour, actually, sure enough, I found a buyer. I did find a buyer. And I got paid from the pallets I got from a family friend. And once that happened, once that transaction happened, I knew this was big. I knew that this was something that I could do. And if I figure it out, it could potentially be something I can do full time. I then figured that if my family had a bunch of pallets like that they need to get rid of, then sure enough, other businesses are in a similar situation and have the same problem with their pallets. So, ever since I made that first sale with my family friend and that buyer 3.5 years ago, I hunted for pallets for suppliers and buyers. And throughout the time I have made this my full-time income, only working 1-2 hours tops a day, and making about $1,000 to $2,000 profit. So here's what my life looks like now. Now I figured out how to make as much money with pallets with as little work possible. So today I sell every single day 200 to 300 pallets, Monday through Friday, and sometimes Saturdays for like privately owned businesses. And I sell the pallets between $4 to $7. So that averages out between $1,000 and $2,000 profit a day flipping pallets with only an hour or two. And the best part of it all is that it only takes an hour or two. Two is worst case scenario. On average, is an hour, hour 30. For the past year and a half, I automated this business myself, where I hired my friend to go pick up the pallets, drop them off, and now all I do is just tell them where to go and send invoices to the buyers, get paid, collect money. I not only have a business that offers me financial freedom, but more importantly for me is the money, but also the time freedom. They're equally important to me. So I do an hour work a day, make about $1,200 to $2,000 a day, and then I have the rest of the day off to do whatever I want. Any other passions or activities or business I want to do, I have the rest of the day because I wake up early, do these deliveries, and have the next, the rest of the morning, afternoon, and evening to myself. And I have the time to do whatever I love, or invest some money however I want, whether I want to, do some of my other passions, or invest in other businesses, or invest in other ventures, or whatever I want to do with my time and money. I have that freedom. Thank you to this beautiful pallet business. Now I want you guys to imagine if you were able to wake up, do a couple pickups of pallets and drop-offs within an hour or two, and then make what most people make weekly or bi-weekly in just 1 or 2 hours, and having the rest of the day off to do whatever you choose. Could you have more time to spend with your family or the people you love, or more time to do your hobbies and passions you actually love doing, but you don't have enough time due to your full-time job or making money the old school way, trading time for money, and wasting your time at a job, which is an acronym for just over broke. I'm sure everybody's heard that. Imagine if you had an excitement in, imagine the excitement, I'm sorry guys, imagine if you had the excitement to look in the mirror because you're finally are making the money you've always knew you deserve for yourself and for your family. Imagine if you didn't have to worry about going to a job anymore, or dealing with an annoying boss or annoying coworkers, or you finally own your own business and are your own boss, and it doesn't take years of going over the learning curve like most of these make money at home online businesses do. Let's face it, you guys, everybody knows that all these other businesses have a long learning curve. You can't just learn internet marketing and YouTube, Google, Amazon, Shopify. That stuff takes long to learn. You're not gonna start getting results overnight. That takes a long time. I know because I've done them all. I've done every single business you can think of. I've done it. I've flipped everything. I've done the whole Shopify, Amazon, YouTube. I've done it all. And I know it's a learning curve. It takes a long time to master it and to get any results, especially enough results where you can do it full time. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, you guys, here's some common objections. Okay, does this business work during the COVID-19 pandemic? So actually, my sales have gone up 25% since this all started almost a year ago. A lot of people are struggling during these times, unfortunately. There's very sad stuff going on. But obviously, there's a lot of people actually making money in the bottom economy, low economy, bad economy. And during this pandemic, there's actually people making money, believe it or not. I'm sure you know that people make money on both economies. And this is not just COVID proof. This business is not just COVID proof, but it's also recession proof. People are still making money during a recession, during pandemic, and this is one of those businesses that do good in either economies. So you will never run out of business as long as people need pallets, or people need pallets to move, their products. Do you have to pay for pallets? That's another objective. No, 95% of my pallets are free, and I will go over that later on in this training. Does this work in my city? People ask. It works in every city in America, and unless you live in a cornfield city or in the desert or in the woods or in a swamp where there's nobody, this may not work. But if there's at least 40,000 people, I'm guarantee it works, because I started in a city that had 40,000 people, a town, small town, and I made it work, and I made 6 figures off that small town, my first 6 figures. So it definitely works if you have at least 40,000. People ask me, is there any labor involved? No labor, 0 labor involved. You don't have to pick, touch any pallet. You're just driving pretty much, or you're sending somebody to drive. You're not doing any labor. And this business is zero overhead, no storage, no pallet yard, nothing like that. Zero overhead. So 95% of the money you're making goes into your pocket because you don't have to pay for anything except for like the little things here and there, like gas, insurance, tipping the forklift driver, stuff like that. But there's 95% profit, almost zero overhead, which is really unheard of in any business, but that's amazing. So think about that, guys. All the money I'm talking about is profit. It's not, gross revenue or sell. It's just profit. It's what you take home. Now the objective is, am I too young or too old? It doesn't matter. I have people that I've taught that as young as 17 and people is up at 65 plus. The age does not matter because you're not doing any labor. You're just driving. You have a full-time job. That's an objective. That doesn't matter. There's ways to go around it. You can partner up with somebody. You can wake up a little earlier and do the do the fulfillment orders, or you can depends on time you get off. You can do it after. There's ways to go around it, and we go over that in the training. You don't have a truck to move the pallets as an objective. It's fine. You don't need to own one. I didn't own one when I started. There's ways to rent one. There's ways to partner up with people. That's not an objective because you can rent a truck and they're very cheap, and we go over that as well. Is the market in the pallet business saturated? Is it saturated? People do it, yes, but tell me one business that's lucrative that's not competitive. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get a little decent. You got to be halfway good, and then you'll get your share of the market, and you do good. You just need a small percentage to make six figures, you guys. So I don't want you to think it's saturated. Just be semi-decent, and you'll get your share of this pallet money. You don't have an LLC. That's very simple to do. It's super cheap to set one up. You can start up as a sole proprietor. Before that, there's ways to go around it. We go over that in this training. And this, the best part about this business is no starter capital. You don't need, you don't need crazy money to start. It's not like it's not like buying a franchise or anything. You just need, honestly, like less than $100 and you can get started. That's, that's my honest truth. And the last objective is your background doesn't matter, your ethnicity, gender, or even, if you made any legal mistakes in your past. None of that matters. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, Puerto Rican, Asian, Native American, none of that matters. Business is business, and people are going to buy, this product that they need. So I don't want you having that limiting belief that, I can't do this because I'm from this background. That does not matter at all in this business. So you are okay. So please take that thought out of your head if you have it. And real quick, I have to tell you that my results are not typical. My results are mine and yours will vary from mine. I obviously work very, very hard to get where I'm at, and you can definitely get from where I'm at, but a lot of people don't work as hard as I can. But that's not to say you can't pass me either. I mean, I'm kind of just coasting now. If you go all in, you can definitely pass me. There's people making millions of dollars from this. There's no cap because it's just a scaling game, just adding buyers and suppliers and suppliers. So my results are mine. Yours will be yours. Depends on how much work you in and how all in you get, how all in you go. All right, real quick, you guys, I just want to let you know who am I. My name is Gus, and I built a $40,000 plus a month business flipping pallets, averaging between $1,000 to $2,000 a day, fully automated. In this picture, that's me picking up an order. No, actually, that's me. I just did. Okay, yeah, that's delivering. I was gonna go drop him off. I was with my employee, and he took my picture when I was calling the warehouse manager to come load them up for me. But yep, that's me. I taught dozens of others how to do the same thing all over the country, and even in other countries like Mexico and Canada. So this can be done almost anywhere in the world as long as stuff is being moved with pallets. Okay, also this business has paid for my lifestyle. I had a great lifestyle. I've traveled to 20 countries, 35 different states in the United States, just a random picture of me in the Hollywood Hills. Also, I get to do whatever I want after I, sell these pallets. So like my hobbies outside of business is I like to train MMA. I like to go shooting. I work out a lot. I can do pretty much what I want to do, anything I want to do, because I have the resources to pay for it, and I have the time to enjoy it. Can't think of anything. I can't even think of a better way to live than having resources to do what you want and having the time to do what you want. That's holy grail, perfect case scenario. And The money I make from the pad business also allows me to invest in other businesses and other ventures that I want to get into. So for example, I know there's a lot of things to invest in. Bitcoin, stocks. If you want to start a different business, get into real estate. This gives you the leverage to invest in other things you want and the time to like study, get your investing on. So you have money to invest however you want, so you can just keep adding additional sources of income. Who is this training for? I need to let you guys know who this is for. So this is for anyone who is stuck in a job that they hate and dread. I've been there. It is annoying. I hate having a job. I was always wanted to be a business person, so it was my calling. So I never resonated with having a job. So I can relate. If you're trying to create a side hustle or to make some extra money because you're only making ends meet at your job and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you need some more income, you need some more money coming in, this training is for you. If you want to replace your job and go full-time in your own business, making what most people make in a week or two, and you make that same amount of money within an hour in one day, this training is for you if you want that. And if you love your job, and if you love what you do, you love your business, and you have another successful business, but you just want to add additional sources of income to yourself and diversify your income, instead of just relying on one income stream, this training is for you. So if you're doing fine, you're doing well, but you just like adding additional sources of income, they say the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So if you need another one, this one is definitely for you because it's simple and lucrative. This also is for anyone who is tired of all the trendy online businesses. Like I said earlier, Shopify, affiliate marketing, social media marketing agency, Amazon, FBA, YouTube, and anything else you can think of that they keep coming out with. All these things that keep popping up on your ads. All that stuff has a huge learning curve. It'll take you a year at least to start getting results, and a couple years to go full time on it where you can quit your job. There's obviously people that have done it before that, but those are the exceptions. Most people take a long time to learn that stuff. And this is also for anyone who ready to change their life financially and make as much money as possible with the least amount of work to gain the financial and time freedom you've always wanted. I know you want it because you're watching this training. I was you 3.5 years ago, and I'm here to share what I've taught you. So let's keep going on. Who is not for? This is just important. This is who this training is not for. So if you're looking for a get rich quick business that requires zero work, this is not for you. I'm sorry, because it's not it. So I'm letting you know right now, this is not for you, and I'm just respecting your time. If you're looking to, if you're not looking to put in work in your business and you want it handed out to you, or if you easily jump from one idea to the other without actually focusing and accomplishing what you start, it's not for you because you're going to be disappointed. You have to focus, you have to put in the work, and you have to be consistent and you not give up, but you will get the results. And when you do, you are going to love it. But if you are, if you're just trying to not put in work and you jump from idea to idea, this might not be for you. If you love to complain and you don't like to strap on your boots and go after what you want, it's not for you. And if all you care about is money, only money and nothing else, and what I mean is if you're just if you don't care about offering a great service or product in return for the money and keeping your clients happy and making this a long-term business, this may not be for you. You have to actually like being a good person and offering great service and working with people. So if that just doesn't sound like something you can do, then this may not be for you. All right, so here's what we're going to learn, everybody. Here's what we're going to learn in this training. This is the meat and the potatoes of the course. So what you've been waiting for. So let's go over real quick what we're going to learn. So part 1 of this training, we're going to go over why businesses are willing to give you hundreds of pallets for free every single week. We're also going to go over how this business is 0 overhead and 95% profit. You don't need warehouses, pallet yards, storage. You don't need to buy pallets, nothing like that. 0 overhead. 95% profit. And then we're also going to go over how to win over businesses for buyers, even if they're already buying from somebody. So there's a way to go about getting buyers if they're working with somebody even, and we're going to go over that. And the last thing we're going to go over is why this business will forever be in business, even if we're in a recession or this pandemic continues or another pandemic happens. or any kind of economy, this business works. And I'm going to show you why, how, and how I'm doing. And we're going to go over all that good stuff. So if you're still here, congratulations. That's awesome. I can tell you want some great value, and I'm going to supply that value to you. I'm going to make sure this is well worth your time. So thank you for staying this long, and let's get started with the meat and potatoes. Part one, why suppliers are willing to give you hundreds of pallets for free. Real quick, I want you guys to see a student I taught. He was able to achieve with what he was able to achieve in 24 hours. He said there were so many suppliers and buyers in his area. He was able to make $600 in sales in 24 hours of starting my program. He said in a text, he got a new supplier. The supplier was a business called Hopper Freight, like a Home Depot. I said, awesome, you're halfway there, you just need to find a buyer. Later on that day, he said, I found a buyer, and he sold them quick. He sold 120 pallets for $5.20. He made $600 in 40 minutes within 24 hours of starting my course. And then 40 minutes is from pickup to delivery. He made 600 bucks. And this is recurring income. So he's going to make this weekly now. So that's beautiful. What would an extra 600 bucks a week do for you for your first sale? And then everything else with that is just additional. So that's amazing. So you guys, there's 2.5 billion pallets circulating the United States any given moment. Any given moment, there's 2.5 billion pallets out there in this country. And there are two types of industrial businesses that use these pallets. They're either having products and merchandise shipped in to them, to their facility, or they're manufacturing and shipping stuff out. So the pallets are either they're being shipped in with product, or they're making products and shipping stuff out. Businesses that have the products shipped are having those pallets shipped in pallets. Businesses that are having products shipped are having those products shipped in pallets, meaning everything that a business makes or manufactures or anything that's being made needs to be shipped out. And the only way they can ship those stuff out is on pallets. So once those products are taken off, many of those businesses don't know what to do with them. So let's say like a business has something shipped in, and then they take the product off the pallet, they put the pallet on the side, and they don't know what to do with them. A lot of businesses store them and have them trash companies come pick them up. A lot of businesses, like this picture you can see, they're just stored. They don't know what to do with them. This is actually one of my suppliers, and they just have pallets like that just stored, and then all I had to do is come and try to work a deal out with them. So like these businesses either break them, throw them away in the dumpster, or they pay pallet yards to come take them, or they just store in for months. And they store them for months on end with no idea what to do with them, just stack there, or they just give them away by posting stuff on the internet, or whoever stops by and asks for them, they'll just give them away. And this happens in every country. Every city, every state. People have pallets and don't know what to do with them. So it's our job to find these suppliers and try to work a deal out with them. We have to find these businesses and offer our services. That's how we get 90% of our products for free. It's recurring. They have products shipped in with pallets week after week. So week after week, they're just getting pallets and shipping pallets, and it's recurring. So we have to find these businesses, and you never have to chase a new deal. Once you get locked in with one, it's income forever, as long as the business stays open, because it's always being shipped in and shipped out. And this is one of my students picking up some pallets. This is one of her first. This is a lady. It was one of her first. So your gender doesn't matter. So I just have to put that in. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, young, old, doesn't matter. This is a lady. She's picking up her pallets. She made another 300 bucks within like 30 minutes. And yeah. All right. So part two of this training, how I have zero overhead and 95% profit. No warehouses, no pallets, no pallet yards. I don't pay for any of that stuff. It's important to build relationships with the warehouse managers. It's very important to carry yourself well and build good relationships with your suppliers, because they actually store the pallets for you and let you pick them up whenever you need them. So this is how I not pay for warehouses or pallet yards. The suppliers just hold on to them until I'm ready to come pick them up. and they will hold on to them as long as I need to, as long as I communicate with them and I have a relationship with them, and as long as I, take their, needs in consideration as well. So that's where I keep my supply, at the suppliers. I just leave them there until I'm ready to pick them up. You don't have to have a storage unit, pallet yard, or warehouse, because these suppliers will hold on to the pallets until you're ready to pick them up. Having a great relationship with having a great relationship and service makes them want to save the pallets for you and only you. They won't give them to any competitors because they have a great experience and relationship with you, me, us, and they don't want to ruin it. Why would you fix something that's not broken? If they're having a great experience with you, why would they give those pallets to somebody else and ruin a good thing that they have? Thus, you don't have to take them and store them. You leave them at the supplier's business until you're ready to pick them up. Zero overhead. It's very important, you guys. Zero overhead, because I'm not paying for a warehouse or storage. I'm just leaving them there until I'm ready to pick them up. And so the numbers I throw at you are profit. People say they're making this and that, but it's like 10% profit. They're taking home, putting the money in their pocket, like 10% of what they claim they make. I'm keeping 95% of what I make. Part 3, how to win businesses from buyers, even if they're already working with somebody. So most of the suppliers and buyers are in the same street or block, or less within a 3-mile radius. So there are buyers in every city. Anywhere there is an industrial area, there are buyers needing pallets. Every product you see has been shipped on a pallet at some point. If you look around your room, I'm right here, my desk, this laptop, lamps, everything was shipped on a pallet at some point. Everything you see was shipped on a pallet. So we need pallets. We need pallets to offer, and we need pallets, and people need pallets removed. So once you find a supply, we have to find a buyer, also known as the person who's going to pay you. That's the person who's going to give you the money for the product or service. The buyer is recurring income, because once he sends out the pallets on the product, or the product on the pallets, the company will run low on pallets and they're going to have to order another batch from you. This happens week in and week out. So they'll buy 100 from you, they'll send out 90, they're running low, they're going to call you up and say, hey, we need another 100 more. Every week. How great is that? Recurring, easy. One buyer, just one, ordering 100 pallets from you every week, it's an additional $24,000 a year. That's the math. If somebody's buying 100 pallets from you every week for $5, that's $24,000 in 1 year, added up. So imagine if you had 5 or more of those. That's well over 6 figures, well over $100,000. $100,000 can change anybody's life simply by selling pallets. How easy is that? That's how easy it is to make 6 figures, you guys. You just need to find 5 buyers ordering at least 100 pallets from you every week. And it's very simple, and I go over that in my training. It doesn't matter if you're already doing well financially or struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Finding 5 buyers and 5 suppliers or more and making an extra 6 figures can help anybody out. $100,000 will change anybody's life. Whether you're broke or whether you're already doing good, it will change everybody's life. Again, you are going to have to put in work, but once you lock in these buyers, it's rewarding because it's recurring. And it doesn't stop there. You can scale this business as high as you want. There's absolutely no financial cap. There's no cap. You can do this business for the rest of your life. You're just going to keep, you're going to keep scaling and adding buyers, adding suppliers, and there's no cap. There's no, oh, you can only make this amount of money. You just keep scaling, adding buyers, adding suppliers for the rest of your life, and you are going to do very well. The more buyers, the more revenue you make. It's just a scaling game. Part 4, you guys. Why this business will be here forever, even during a recession or a pandemic. Obviously, whether the economy is doing well, this business will be here forever. So ever since this pandemic shutdown started, my sales have went up 25%. I'll tell you real quick why. Because more people are shopping, more people are buying, more people are consuming, and more products need to be moved. People are panicking, people are buying, so people are needing pallets. well, not people, but the businesses need pallets so they can ship their products. So until we come up with a way to teleport physical products, this business are going to need our pallets to move the product, to move any product you can think of. So obviously, there's no machine that teleports physical products. So until then, we're using pallets. So we're not going anywhere anytime soon. This pallet is forever until they come up with a machine to teleport physical products. Everything you see right now in this current location at some point was a pallet, was on a pallet. Like I said earlier, it's my desk, my mirror, everything. Any given moment, there are 2.5 billion pallets circulating around just in the United States alone. So there's so many pallets. 2.5 billion is crazy, but that's how much in demand they are. All right, you guys, so here's what we've covered so far. Why this business are willing to give you hundreds of pallets for free weekly. How there's no overhead at 95% profit, no warehouses, no buying pallets, no storages, no pallet yards, none of that. How to win over businesses, how to win businesses from buyers, even if they're already working for somebody. And why this business will forever be here, even in a recession or pandemic, and obviously in a good economy. Now, let me ask you a question. I hope and my goal was to make this time spent here and this training well spent. I'm sure you got a lot of great value because I really focus on giving you guys some great value. Now you got two options with this information. You can take what I taught you here today and try to start the process yourself. You can try to figure it out yourself. You can just take this option, take this information, not do anything with it. But for people who are interested, I personally help coach and mentor you through this entire process if you want. What if I took an active role in your results and worked with you to help you to achieve this for yourself? I'm here to help anybody who is interested in a pallet business. So there's two choices from here. You can either take the road to failure, try to figure this out yourself, or you can take the road to success and let me mentor you. You have two choices. Which one are you? Bill Gates once said, everyone needs a coach. One of the top 5 richest people in the planet says that everybody needs a coach. So there's opportunity ahead. There is opportunity ahead. I want to share with you 2 more quotes real quick. J. Laura Norris said, if you cannot see where you're going, ask somebody who has been there before. Lalaya Gifty Akita said, every great achiever is inspired by a great mentor. These are some great people, in any industry, whether it's the music industry, spirituality, athleticism, business. Had a mentor, Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson, Guru Devotion and Dalai Lama, Drake and Lil Wayne, Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr., Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett. Everybody great has had a coach or a mentor. So I put a program together called 6-Figure Flipping Pallets. And the reason for that was because a lot of people saw my life. I was living a great life, never seen me working though. I had all the time in the world and the financial resources to afford, all the fun I was having and living a comfortable lifestyle. People saw me traveling. I was younger, so I was going to a lot of, buying bottles and bottle services, just living a crazy lifestyle. And people was like, he's never working. How does he do all this? So people started asking me, and I told them I flip pallets. They were interested, and I was like, and asked me for help, see if they can do it. So I started helping a few of my close friends, and eventually with the word of mouth, word got around. And so a lot of people started asking me, and I can only help so many people at once. So I decided to record the whole process and share what changed my life, so I can share those with people who want to change theirs and who want to learn. So here's what my program that I've created could do for you. It will finally replace your income like it did mine. It create extra source of income if you want. If you love what you're doing, but just want to create a source of additional source of income, they can do that. Or it can give you the time freedom without ever worrying about money again. It can give you time freedom, buy your time back, and you can spend your time doing what you really want to do and what you're really passionate about. It can also give you the financial freedom. You can make in a day what most people make in a week without ever having to worry where money's coming from again. It could give you passive income, making predictable sales and predictable income day after day, week after week. It can give you the real product-based business, hard asset with daily positive cash flow. And it can no longer and you can no longer be trading your time for money. Time is the most important component of life. Everybody knows you can't buy time back. So by selling pallets for profit in short time, you can finally free your day to do whatever you want without worrying about money, because you got money and now you got time if you can do this business. 3 things you need to be successful. Detailed yet simplified training. Keep it simple, because this business is simple, and that's what my whole goal was, to keep it detailed and simple. Support, coaching, and accountability. Support, coaching, and accountability. That's what you need to be successful. Look at those examples I showed you earlier. They had the support, they had the coaching / mentoring / somebody telling them what to do, and accountability to keep them accountable. And you need shortcuts. You can learn, you can try to do something by yourself, figuring it out, trial and error. How long is that going to take? And you're always going to be making mistakes. So you might as well work with somebody who's already done it so he can just tell you the shortcuts. So here's what's included in my training. What's included in my training is 6 modules with simplified but detailed training. 5 to 6 videos per module, simple and instructive and detailed. A list of biosuppliers that you can use, that I use, that my students use in every city of America. You just plug it in and search for them and tell them what I tell you to say to them. So it comes with that detailed script, you know, what to say to these people, how to win over business for suppliers and buyers. A private Facebook group with myself and all my other people that I've trained. Everybody in that Facebook group shares their tips that they've done, their sales. They show their sales, what's going on, for motivation. They tell you when they got a new buyer, when they got a new supplier. So they tell you how much they're making. They post all that on the group for inspiration, motivation, and just sharing what they've experienced. This is the best part. Daily consultation group calls. I get on group calls every single day, so you can hop on. You can listen to what other people are doing. You can hop on, ask questions. You can share what you've got going on. It's a community. It's a mastermind. And Think and Grow Rich, one of the chapters is mastermind. When everybody is in the same room, and this, in this case is a Zoom room, but when everybody's in the same room, having the same goals, there's a frequency in the air where everybody's just getting information, and it's just inspiring them, and the brain is in a higher level because everybody's working toward the same goal. So that's why I made this daily consultation call, because I teach you everything I know, but I also learn a lot from you guys. We're all learning together so we can all accomplish the same goal, which is kill it in this pallet business. So that's very, very good. So what is this all worth it to you? If all this did for you was give you an extra $500 a day, that's it, just 500. That's 1/3 of what I make in a day. Would it be worth it to you? Do the math. 500 times 5, 500 times 30 in a month, 500 times 365 in a year. Is that worth it for you? If all this did was buy your time back because you only have to work 1 or 2 hours a day in this business to make what most people make in a week on a full-time job, or some people in 2 weeks, would it be worth it for you? If all this did was add an additional source of income to pay for a couple extra vacations, or you can invest some money in other businesses or in your passions, would it be worth it for you? Real quick, again, let me show you what another one of my students that was able to achieve within 1 week and working full-time, within 1 week and having a full-time job. He got a deal over the weekend with an e-commerce brand, gets a shipment of 50 to 100 pallets per week, and they were looking for someone reliable to come pick them up, the good ones and the bad ones. And they also had cardboard boxes. So he sold the good pallets for $5 each to a plumbing supply store and took the rest to recycling. And over everything, he made $400. His first weekend started, and that's recurring. That's every weekend now. Amazing. That's crazy. To me, that's good. Extra $400 extra $400 a week with the job he has, and that's just starting. It's great. Another one of my students, he said, so he was going back from the gym and he saw a wholesale tool business with all these pallets outside. He talked to the warehouse manager and he agreed to buy his pallets because he was selling them cheaper. His new client needs 200 pallets weekly. He wants to pay $500 for each. So he just made $1,000 recurring weekly, and he's automating it. So his profit will be $950, pretty much 1,000, but fully automated. He's not going to do a thing. He's making $1,000 weekly, and that's just one supplier, one buyer. I want you to be next. I want you to give me another. I want you to give me a success story just like the ones you saw. I want you to be next, and I want to help you. So get started today. For the next 48 hours, you guys, I'm going to be hopping on calls with individuals who understand and see the value and of this lucrative opportunity of starting a pallet business. You can start making sales as fast as this weekend, like most of my other students were able to do. Now, there's a button below, you guys. I want you to click that button and book a call if you can see yourself doing this, if this is something that you want to get into. Here's a recap of everything you'll be getting. You get the 6 modules with 5 to 6 videos in each module with detailed, simple training, a list of buyers and suppliers in every city in America, a detailed script on what to say, private Facebook group, and daily consultation group calls. But for people who are fast action takers and book a call today, I'm also going to help you build out your marketing so you can get suppliers and buyers. I'm going to show you how to do organic marketing to get suppliers and buyers. I'm going to give you one-on-one unlimited messaging to me, so you can message me anytime with any questions or any concerns, or just if you just want to message me to tell me what you're doing. One-on-one unlimited messaging. That's incredible support. Daily office hours and one-on-one Zoom calls if needed. If you need that one-on-one, just a one-on-one call, Zoom call. If you're an action taker and you book that call today, I will give you one-on-one Zoom calls if needed in the coaching portal. 6-figure flipping pallets is for you. My program is for you if you're tired of the online training businesses and want real product-based business. If you're ready to replace your income with a full business and work for yourself, or if you want to have a time freedom to do what you're actually passionate about, and if you want to make what most people make weekly or bi-weekly in just an hour or two with no labor, this program is for you. Look what one of my other students did. I got so many of these testimonials and success stories. He got his second buyer in the week. This is a starter one. They're paying $2.50. I told him to charge more, but he just wanted to get a sale. But yeah, he got second buyer, and yeah, he's getting buyers like crazy. Leave no stone unturned, you guys. I want to help anyone who wants to leave their 9-to-5 job and create wealth and time freedom like I have. So book a call if you want help building your brand new pallet business. So me, at making $40,000 a month plus revenue, you won't get this kind of support anywhere else growing your business. I promise. You guys saw the support. You guys saw the private Facebook group, the daily consultation call, the one-on-one Zoom meeting if needed, direct message to me. You won't find that kind of support anywhere, I promise. Okay. Common objections. Okay. Common objections, you guys. Will this work in your city? And we went over that earlier. Yes, unless you live in a super small town, probably not. But you need at least, if you have at least 40,000 people, which is very small, you can still do it at 40,000 plus. Am I too young or too old? No. There's people as young as 17 years old doing this, and there's people as old as 65 doing it. You have a full-time job, doesn't matter. Partner up with somebody. Do it before you go to work. Do it after you go to work, depending on your time. You don't have a truck, you can rent one. I go over that in training. You can rent one until you make enough money to buy your own. Is this market in the pallet business saturated? No. Every business that's good, there's people competing, yes. But you can get your share if you put in the work and get good at it. Do you need an LLC? No, you don't need an LLC. You can start as a sole proprietor. You can make an LLC though if you want. It's super cheap now, super cheap. Make an LLC, you can make one and get one this weekend. And you don't need no financial, you don't need no starter capital to start. You can start with as low as $100. So I'm looking forward to talking to you and starting this beautiful new business venture with you. Even if you only accomplish 10% of what I did, what would an extra $42,000 to $48,000 a year do for you? Only putting 5 hours tops a week and make an extra $42,000 a year to $48,000 a year. What would that do for you? Or if you make this, if you can take this to a whole nother level and pass me. Remember, I do this one for the time freedom. What if you take this business even more seriously than I do and scale this to the moon? You can literally have the potential of turning this into $1 million business. It's possible because it's been done. People are making millions of dollars selling pallets. So book the call now. If you're ready to start, book the call. If you want to start, but had some last minute questions before starting, book the call and we'll answer any questions you have. If you see yourself doing this, but you just need some last assurance and you just need me to help you over the phone call, book the call. But we don't just take anybody. This is very important. We don't just accept anybody because not everyone is going to be a perfect fit. Sometimes we respect your time and let you know that this type of business will not work for you. We get on the phone and I can see that this might not work for you for whatever reasons. I will be honest with you because I'm respecting your time and I don't want you to waste your time. So I will be honest with you if this might not be a good fit. So please understand the value of coaching and investing in yourself and your education and taking action before you make this call. Please understand that. Please value investing in yourself and coaching, education, if you want to book this call. And if that makes sense, please book this call and let's talk. So that's it, you guys. I hope that you got a lot of great value from this training, and I hope you book this call and we talk soon. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. So, let's make this the best year and let's kill it. And I'll look